Started. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And we're live. We're live over on LinkedIn as a live Q&A. We're live over here on Instagram, which is fun, which was going to be a live Q&A. But when nobody shows up for Q&A, you still get a return on your investment. You still get a return on your intention, right? I still needed to record a podcast today, so I decided to do that now. And it's going to be on the ABCs of Entrepreneurship. Really, it's the strategy beyond all strategies that unlock success with anything that you do. This could be in business. This could be in personal relationships. This can be with anything that you desire to experience for the first time or more of, right? So when I talk about solutions, when I talk about strategies, these are the three fundamental pieces. And if these three pieces aren't getting any attention with intention, then this is where we leave open room for default mode of old ways of being that really no longer serve us, that will continue to blame and shame as this is how I am, this is just the way things are, or this is the circumstance, this is the situation. We give all our power away and we call it stuck. And stuck really isn't it isn't the truth. Like if you feel like you're stuck, it's a perception, right? It's not the truth. So I want to jump in with the ABCs right away because there's a lot I want to cover in a very efficient amount of time because I respect your time. This is time we can never buy back. So if you have questions as I'm doing this, please comment below. Tell me where you're coming in from. Tell me what questions. Tell me, give me hearts, give me emojis of what, if you have something totally is confusing you or you need more information, let me know because I'm here to serve. So the first one is the ABCs of this. This is the strategy of all strategies that set you up for success, right? For anything that you're doing. Now, A is alignment. This is energetics. This is action. Aligned action is rooted in the feeling and the energetics, grounding in your truth, grounding in your purpose. If you really want to take purpose to the next level, our purpose of life is to live out our purpose, right? And what we might think our purpose is at 18, right? When we're told we have to go to college and pick our purpose or pick our purposeful career and invest thousands and thousands of dollars in an education that we're going to do for the rest of our life. And for some of us, that doesn't work. And for many others, it does, right? Think of a lot of trades and professions that do benefit from the skill sets of a true academic career path. And then there's others that do not require that to experience success. So aligned action is coming from your definition of what do you define success and fulfillment is for you, right? What do you enjoy doing? What do you love doing? What are you really good at and you love doing, right? Because here's the thing, there's some things you're probably really good at, but you don't love doing or get paid to do. I'm really, really good at cleaning a house. I don't have any desire to go out and be a professional house cleaner, right? I'm really, really good and I love working with children, but I don't have the desire to create a business at this time. It might change in my career path, who knows, to go out and do that as a profession. So A is the energetics and the aligned action that you're taking and making sure any strategy that you take on for your business or your personal life, any type of strategy is in alignment to you and to who you are, like at your truth, at your core, not on the surface, right? This is your why. This is your life's mission and your life's vision. And this is what you're living from, right? And this is why I do activate and create calls, because at the end of the day, when we can activate and create a vision, then you can learn how to live from the vision and you can experience that vision sooner than later. So that's A. B is the belief in your benefits, right? The belief in your benefits. So what do you mean by benefits? Well, if you are a business owner, you provide a solution for somebody in something, whether they're buying something physically from you or they're buying a service from you. And you have to believe in the benefits of your solutions more than anything. So my solutions I call soul solutions because they literally are fueling the soul and the purpose of why you're even here, right? Fulfillment in life is soul related. Purpose in life is soul related, right? These are all the things that I know to be true because I've done all the other things that led me to freaking burnout, right? I've worked for the corporations. I've done high ticket sales. I enjoyed moments of that, but it wasn't fulfilling me. It wasn't my highest purpose, my highest potential that I knew I could serve at a greater level. So you hold the power even when others doubt what your benefits are, right? Or others are saying what you do or what we've done together isn't working, right? And we don't settle in giving our power away to blaming and shaming ourselves. We don't blame and shame others. We actually don't even blame or shame circumstances or situations. That's giving our power away. We stand in the confidence of the clarity that our benefits and our beliefs support one another. We are so unwavering when it comes to our beliefs about the benefits that we do, that we are certain, right? There's a certainty to it. And honestly, people need to hear that certainty, because if you're solving a problem or a challenge with someone or for someone, if they don't hear the certainty, they're not going to say yes, right? There's so many times where I've heard a strategy, but I'm like, I'm not so certain of you being the one to help me, but I am certain of the strategy, right? So that's where the belief in your benefits is key. And the benefits, again, are what you're providing through the services that you provide. Now, the C is the confidence in connecting, right? Aligned action and energy, anchored into, grounded in your truth, right? Your why. The belief in your benefits, this is the what you deliver. What is in the way of people being able to do what you offer, right? Because they're going to have limiting beliefs around what works and what doesn't work. And until they experience successful results, and remember, they have a whole perception around that versus what you have a perception around, right? And then it's that confidence in connecting. This is what starts it all. In order to even share your benefits, you have to be a good connector, a good communicator. You have to have confidence in your beliefs of your benefits, but confidence in connecting, right? Taking that aligned action, even when you don't want to, and looking at it as I get to versus, oh, I have to do this today, or I have to follow up. No, you don't have to. Like the freedom is in the discipline. You know what things cause the results that you desire, and you know what things or inaction will create what you don't desire, right? So when you align to the energy of having that unwavering belief around your benefits, and then you provide an opportunity for someone to have their problems and challenges solved with you or by you, or maybe a self-study option that you might give, your ideal client must be able to connect to that, meaning they must be able to resonate and be like, wow, Jackie gets me beyond any other person who's ever gotten me before. And that connection actually gets to be fun. It gets to be simple. It gets to be easy. And those connections are actually, again, seeking to understand before being understood. Most people just want to share, here's my benefits, this is what we can do, here's all the things. But are you understanding the challenges, I said challenges, problems and challenges of your ideal client, of those people you actually want to serve? Because it's one thing to just speak to them all day. It's another to truly understand and relate to them, and sharing some of your story and sharing some of your triumphs and pulling back the curtain and being like, here's the reality of it all, right? I've been where you've been. And this is how I overcame it, right? And this is how you can overcome it too. And the best part about what I get to do, it's the best and the most challenging part about what I get to do, is that everything I create with my one-on-one clients specifically, I don't know. Like I'm humble enough to say that how? Yeah, I have frameworks. I have tools. I have methods that you get to utilize and you get to apply. Like you take aligned action and consistency and persistence and attention with intention around all of it on a regular basis. This is how it works. It works the way it works. Repetition, building that muscle, rewiring and refiring that belief system, right? But at the end of the day, you really don't know how it's all going to result, because I'm a piece of the equation, but you are the one taking the action. It's just like if I was helping you build a bigger bicep, I can't lift the weight, my bicep grow, and energetically think that your bicep's going to grow too. At least not yet. Maybe someday in the future it'll be that way. It'd be pretty freaking weird, but also kind of cool at the same time if somebody else could lift the weight and somebody else's bicep grow, right? If that's your goal, is to have a bigger bicep, maybe that's not your goal. So that's my point with all of this. When I work in a space where I'm looking at fulfillment, freedom, success, wealth and health, happiness, connection, adventure, finances, energy, money is energy, yo. Like that's the other thing. So many people do not give themselves permission to invest into themselves or their business because they're hung up on old money beliefs and stories that no longer serve them. Like I nip those in the butt really early with my coaching clients. And when you join the Rise Up container, if you do the self-study, you can jump straight to the money codes. You don't have to do the other stuff first, even though I highly recommend phase 1 to have your foundation built, but you don't have to do anything. You get to do the way that you feel called to do. So how we do anything is how we do everything when it comes to that confidence in connecting. So when your clients have that desire and you show them the gap and you're like, here's the solution to conquer this gap, you don't have to get there. You don't have to hustle and grind to it. You don't have to do all the things that other people are telling you have to do. You can look at it more as, by the way, this is something you become to experience. And the reward is just as much in the journey as it is in achieving the goal or experiencing the end result, right? And how, again, we do anything is how we do everything. If you're hustling and grinding in your business day to day, are you creating a business you love? Or are you creating something that no longer feels good after a year or 2 or 3 or 10? And now it owns you versus you owning it. Just like unlocking time, which is another module series within the Rise Up container that talks about you running your calendar versus your calendar running you. So like all my clients that I've worked with for a while, or all my close friends and family, know that if I say, I need to check my calendar, no, I can check my calendar in less than 2 seconds. And I get to decide what goes on my calendar or what needs to be moved. I don't have to ask my calendar for permission, is my point with that. So we get to be the person who experiences what we desire by being the person who shows up as their future self, now making decisions to support their vision, to support your future self. Now, a lot of times people don't understand how to do that, right? Because they were told to do a vision board, or they were told a little bit of the law of attraction. And there's more to the law of attraction besides the attraction part. Like the first part, to attract, is vibration. So if you're not able to pivot or reset your vibration, you're going to attract in the same old poop that you've been attracting, right? It'll be with a different person or another business or a different experience, but it's the same challenge, right? And this is why I go back to how we do anything is how we do everything. So this means saying yes to the things that fuel your vision. This means confidently saying no to those options that don't serve or actually end up being a distraction or a delay toward your vision. And this means that it's all in the repetition and the persistence and the consistency, the repetition and the consistency of doing the things that are required to feel good. And then that will result in you experiencing the things sooner than later. So this is why this is the ABCs of unlocking success. With any strategy you decide to invest your time, money, and energy into, right? You can pick a sales strategy, a lead gen strategy, a customer service strategy, a onboarding strategy, an SOP strategy. There's so many strategies beyond strategies out there that actually work. But until you tap into and anchor into your aligned action energetics of grounding in your truth and knowing what that feels like, until you believe in your benefits and you actually share that a lot more through your confidence in connecting and really allowing that conviction to be heard and seen after you've understood, then you move forward, right? Because at the end of the day, this all comes from a place, again, of I get to versus I have to. And there is a huge, huge, huge difference between the two. So I'm going to wrap this up for now, but if you're listening to this here in November 2023, you do or have probably realized I do have an 11-day challenge going on. It is called If You Were My Client, the 11-day challenge. It is no sign up required. And the cool thing about this is it already gives you the importance of your own self-trust and self-accountability, because there's no sign up, there's no skin in the game. But I give you 11 different questions that I immediately onboard my clients with, all access to you for free without giving me even your email address. So you can go over to LinkedIn or you can go over to Instagram and just check out my posts. There's nothing fancy. Actually, the post feed is very boring until you open up the caption side, and then the caption will give you all the details. Now, your job is to actually ask yourself the question and to go deep, right? And to not settle for surface level answers and ask yourself, is there more? Is there more? What else? What else? Those two phrases, is there more and what else, until you feel totally activated in a good way, meaning you feel like, wow, I'm now motivated to take action, then you know you've done the work. then you know it's time to move forward. Then you know it's time to ask the next question. So we're on day 8, and there's going to be a total of 11. It's not too late. Go back to day 1, go through the whole process here, and I know you'll enjoy it. And also, if you're on my email list or if you're active in my DMs right now, I am sharing our Black Friday options. We have 2 Black Friday options, which I'm super stoked about. One is a self-study option, which is insanely abundant pricing. And another one is one-on-one opportunity. And it starts in January, but we have some bonus calls happening in December. So if you're interested in either one of those, just DM me, message me Black Friday, and I will share with you all the details before it goes public on the 15th. So we'll go live public on the 15th. And once the one-on-one is gone, that is it for the first half of 2024, or maybe all of 2024, because it's actually 2 one-on-one options kind of built into one. But the self-study obviously is unlimited. But I am telling you, I may or may not do Black Friday again. We'll see how this one goes, but the abundant pricing will be different after Black Friday. So again, this is to reward people to, first and foremost, be confident in their decision mastery, even if they've never experienced that before. Be confident in trusting yourself, your intuition, and start to practice this pace of like, am I making decisions from my vision, or am I making my decisions from old beliefs, old fears, old thoughts that are no longer serving me, right? And if you need help with any of this, my DMs are open both on LinkedIn and Instagram. And of course, I have some amazing free stuff and webinars and trainings on how to prevent burnout over at my Stan store /Jacquelyn Mack coaching, or you can check out my links on both sites. So I'm going to wrap up this this podcast right now and end this. So I'll send you off with so much love. I'm going to end the live also over here.